Hello everyone. So recently the notification of Indian Air Force is out and it invites both men and women to get inducted as an officer in Indian Air Force. So it is for the flying branch and as well as ground duty technical and non-technical branches, Ncc Spatial Entry and Meteorology branch, and the course will going to commence in July 2022. That means that the training in Dundigal will going to start in July 2022 and the online applications deadline is 30th June 2021. So you can fill this form from 1st June 2021 to 30th June. Also, we have the dates are also given here. So those who are appearing this for the first time, let me tell you that these three dates are in any of the date you will be having your exam. So per day we're going to have two shifts, morning and evening shift. So as per your admit card, you can have examination on any of the day in any of the shift, so you have to appear once only, you don't have exam on all 3 days. Okay, now coming to the next one, number of vacancies. Okay, now as you know that AFCAT is the entry for the various branches, so in this we will going to have the flying branch, ground duty branch. Okay, whereas if we compare it with the CDS exam, combined defense services exam, the only difference is that in CDS we have 35 seats and that is specifically for the flying branch only, whereas in AFCAT exam we have the flying, ground duty non-technical, but there in CDS we have only flying. Okay, and the most important difference here is that in through CDS entry will be getting permanent commission in Indian Air Force, whereas in AFCAT entry will be getting short service commission in flying. So here we are getting only short service commission. So as you can see the seats, so in flying it is short service commission for both men and women. And what is short service commission? That means that you will be there in the service for 10 years and it can be extendable to another 4 years. And the number of seats there in flying is 96. Whereas if we talk about the ground duty technical, so what is ground duty technical? Those who are engineering people, those who have pursued engineering or those who are appearing in engineering in their final year, they can fill this form. They're going to have a separate exam, that is engineering knowledge test, right after the first general exam that is there for everyone. So through that exam, if they qualify that exam and also the first exam that is general exam, then they are eligible for the technical branches. Okay, so here we're going to have permanent commission also and short service commission also. Okay, so permanent commission is for only men and short service commission we have for men and women both. So here the number of seats is given. So we have generally we have all the branches covered here. Aeronautical engineer electronics covers all the computer science, cyber security branch, triple E branch, EC branch. So we will going to discuss later on. Whereas in aeronautical engineer mechanical, we will going to have mechanical branch, mechatronics branch, and material science branch, all the branches that is related to the mechanical. So the number of seats you can see here, you can pause the video and see the number of seats. Okay, now we have the Ncc Spatial Entry. So there are candidates who have a C certificate with them, so they can directly apply for this flying branch. They don't have to appear for this FCAT exam to go for the SSB. They will be directly getting the SSB. Okay, so here you can see, and the 10% seats out of the CDSE vacancies for permanent commission and 10% seats of out of FCAT vacancies for SSC is I mean these are reserved for the NCC Spatial Entry candidates. Now coming to the meteorological entry, so it is the ground duty non-technical. So we have same criteria. Permanent commission will be there for men and short service commission men and women. So there are few seats that are permanent commission that where only men will be inducted, and there are few seats where both men and women will be inducted. So here a course number is given, so you can see the number of seats also. Now I've already told you about the permanent commission. Okay, and short service commission also, that I've already told you. Now coming to the next one, the eligibility criteria, that is most important thing. Now nationality, a candidate must be an Indian citizen. Now coming to the age, okay, for flying branch through AFCAT entry and through AFCAT and NCC Spatial Entry, the age is 20 to 24 years. So the people or the candidates who are born in between 2nd July 98 to 1st July 2002 can apply for this flying branch. and there is some exemption given to those candidates who have got the commercial pilot license by DGCA, so they can apply till the age of 26 years. That means that those who are born in between 2nd July 96 to 1st July 2022. Now coming to the ground duty technical, so here we can see that you can apply till the age of 26 years, but generally it is not 26, it is 25. 26 years means that before the age of 26 you should be there in the uh, academy. That means that before the commencing of course. Okay, so that is why generally we see that till the age of 25 you can apply for the ground duty technical. Here also we have, you can lessen 1 year, so it is 20 to 23 years. Okay, now coming to the date of birth, so the candidates who are born in between 2nd July 96 to 1st July 2002 can apply for this. Now, most important one is the marital status. So candidates who are below 25 years of age must be unmarried. Okay, and the widow and widowers and divorcees below 25 years of age are also not eligible. A candidate who marries subsequent to the date of his application through successful at SSB or medical will not be eligible for the training. Okay, and secondly, a candidate who marries during the period of training will be discharged, and he has to pay, or he has to refund all the expenditure incurred on him by the government. Secondly, those candidates who are having their age more than 25 years are also eligible to apply, but during that training period they will neither be provided with the accommodation nor they can live with the family. Okay, now coming to the next one. Okay, now the date of birth would be the date of birth that is written on your matriculation certificate. Okay, now coming to the next one. So you can pause the video and you can go through all this. I'll tell you the important things only. Now coming to the educational qualification, which is one of the most important for those candidates who are having doubts. So for the flying branch, the candidate should mandatorily pass with a minimum of 50% in each in mathematics and physics at 10 plus 2 level. So make sure it is 10 plus 2 level. That means that this is not diploma. Diploma is something else. After 10th you go for 3 years diploma. That means that they are not eligible to apply for the flying branch. But the school students who appears for the 12th class and having physics and maths and scored 50% marks minimum can apply for the flying branch, and along with that they must have completed their graduation either 3 degree or a BTech of 4 degree with 60% of marks. Okay, or otherwise those candidates who have cleared the section A and B examination of associate membership of institution of engineers with 60% of marks. Okay, now coming to the ground duty technical branch. So ground duty technical branch, that means this is specifically for the those candidates who are BTech candidates. So here also you must have 50% in your physics and maths in your class 12th. So here also we can see diploma holders are not eligible to apply. We have been getting a lot of queries from the students that, sir, after diploma I pursued the BTech and whether I'll be able to apply for it or not. No, you are not eligible to apply, since here it is written that it should be 10 plus 2 level. So they don't have physics and maths, they have not appeared for the 12th. So that is why diploma holders are not eligible to apply for the technical branches, ground duty technical branches, and neither for the flying branches. So here for the technical branch you should have completed your BTech or post graduation, or otherwise you have cleared the section A and B examination with minimum 60% of marks. Now AEL, what I was talking about, so AEL is basically for those branches that is related to electronics, computer science. So they will going to have EKT exam based on the subject that they will going to opt for. Now next one is the aeronautical engineer. So these are the branches you can see here. So those students who have any kind of doubt, they can pause this video, see what are the branches that are there, and see whether they are eligible for these ground duty technical branch or not. Now coming to the aeronautical mechanical branch, AEM. So here also you should have physics and maths in your 10 plus 2 with minimum 60% of marks, and you should have done BTech or post graduation in engineering from a recognized university, and or otherwise you should have completed A and B examination of associate membership of institution of engineers with 60% of marks. So here the branches which are quite related to the mechanical, such as aeronautical branch, mechatronics branch, industrial engineering, robotics, nanotechnology. So you can pause the video and see whether you are eligible for it or not. Okay, Now here comes the ground duty non-technical branches. So these are the branches in which almost every person will going to be eligible. That means that those candidates who have done engineering, those candidates who have done graduation, that means BSc, those candidates who have who have done BA, those candidates who have done diploma, they can apply for this non-technical branch. Everyone is eligible to apply for it. Here, what is the eligibility criteria for administration? He must have passed 10 plus 2 and he must have a graduate degree, minimum 3 degree, minimum 3-year course should be there, and also he should have got 60% of marks. And second one is the section A and B examination of associate membership of institution of engineers with minimum 60%. If I talk about the education branch, so in education branch also you should have passed 10 plus 2 and post graduation with 50% in any discipline integrated course offering PG, and 60% marks in graduation in any discipline. So for these two branches anyone can apply. So that means that engineers are apply for, engineers who is having an age of 22 years. I'll taking an example, and in a recent graduate engineering graduate can apply for all the branches. He is eligible for flying also, he is eligible for ground duty also, technical and non-technical also. Okay, now coming to the meteorology branch. So for the meteorology branch, he should have passed 10 plus 2 and postgraduate degree. So what it is required here is you should have a postgraduate degree in any science stream like mathematics, statistics, geography, computer application, environmental science, applied physics, with minimum 50% of marks in aggregate of all papers and put together, provided maths and physics were studied at graduation level with minimum 55% marks in each. So he should have studied maths and physics during their graduation. Okay, now what I was telling you before about the diploma holders and all, so here it is written that only those candidates who has given 12th standard in 10 plus 2 pattern of examination are eligible to apply for these courses. Okay, so here you can see that you should have passed, you should not have done the diploma. So earlier we can say that earlier the diploma holders were eligible to apply for the administration and education branch. This time there is a special note given here is that only those candidates who have given 12th standard. That means that since diploma holders doesn't do any 12th standard, they simply do 3 years course right after their, yeah, either they do ITI or Polytechnic. So that is why this time here it is written that only 12th standard can be apply for the above courses. Okay. So next one is 2 seats are reserved for the low qualified candidates in ground duty non-tech, and these candidates may get employed on legal duties of Indian Air Force. Next one is an important one. So those students, most of the colleges right now have the CGPA instead of the percentage. So make sure that you convert those CGPA into marks and you put those marks while filling your form. Okay, so you might have got something from your college how to convert your CGPA. So make sure you have that paper and everything to prove it while you will be going for the SSB or while you are filling the form. Now most important one is that candidates who are appearing for appearing in the final year. So those who are appearing in the final year and yet to pass the final degree examination can also fill this form, but the condition is that they must not have any present backlog and they must have secured 60% of marks till their last semester or till the last exam that they have given, and they must be in a condition to give the proof of the passing degree certificate by 30th May 2022. So by 30th May 2022 you must provide them the passing degree, the degree certificate. So if you are not able to do that, then again you will not be able to get into the Indian Air Force, this academy. Okay, so your candidature will get cancelled. Now the next one is the candidates who failed in the CPSS exam. So CPSS exam is generally for the flying branch, and you have to clear it once in your life. So those candidates who have already got recommended might have gone through the CPSS exam if they have got recommended in NDA. If they fail to get through it, then they are not eligible for the flying branch. They are eligible for rest all branches. Okay. Now next point given here is that those students who have been debarred on the grounds of indiscipline from any of the academy are not eligible to apply for it. Okay. Those who have been debarred from the Ministry of Defense, they are also not eligible. And those who have some legal proceedings going on, some criminal charges are there, they are also not eligible to apply for it. Now, medical standard, you can go through the medical standard. Right now, I will not be telling you the medical standard since it's a written exam. So you should focus more on the written first, and then you should focus on the medical examination. Now, second one is that while filling up the form, make sure that you are filling everything correct. The most common mistake that everyone does is that course preferences. So once the payment has been made, you won't be able to make any changes in the course preferences. So what is course preferences? Like you can see that you will going to get around 6 to 7 courses. Like we're going to have for the technical, we're going to have AEL permanent commission, AEL short service commission, then administrative permanent commission, administrative short service commission. So these are the courses. So you have to arrange these according to your preferences, your priorities. Okay, so once you have made the payment, you won't be able to change any of them, and you will be getting, if you are getting through the SSB process and medical process and merit process, then you will be getting your whatever you have whatever preferences you have filled, you will be getting according to that only. Now, second thing, the B point given here is that if a candidate has submitted more than one application form, so once the with the same Aadhaar number, okay, so one which has been submitted the latest will be considered, okay, and the admit card will be issued on that only. And the fee deposited, like since you have deposited 2 times, so the fee is non-refundable. You won't be getting any you won't be getting any refund for it. So now you can go through the AFCAT page, CDEC website. There you will see the not register now here option. You can fill that form, and yes, make sure that you are writing the correct email ID there, okay, because this email ID will be used for the for your every purpose. Like you will be getting your admit card in your email ID. In case if you forget your password also of your CDEC one registration process, then also you'll be getting your password there in your email ID. Also, whatever phone number that you will going to fill there, make sure that it is an active phone number, because you will be communicated to that phone number. OTP will be sent there, and the information regarding when your examination will going to be there, when is your SSB will going to be there, everything will going to be communicated through it, through your mobile number and email ID. So like even your slot booking after your written exam will, every information will be communicated through your email ID. Okay, so make sure that you are using that email address and that is active. So here also you can see that dates given here. So after 9th of August, you will get the link for to download the admit card. You will be notified through message also and email ID also. So you can download it from the given website, that is https afcat.cdac.in. Now, next important thing is examination fee. So those candidates who are filling for this AFCAT exam, they have to pay 250 rupees, that is non-refundable. But those candidates who are filling for NCC Spatial Entry and Meteorological branch, they need not to pay any of the amount. Okay, so they can directly fill this form, but make sure that you are downloading that application form at the end. Also, it is advised to all the other candidates also to download the application form after your payment, so that if there is any kind of discrepancy, then you can claim over it that you have already filled this form. Okay, now these are the forms particulars. So I'll be taking those form particulars in which generally the candidates have doubt. So in the education level, those candidates who have done graduation, they'll fill 10 plus 2 plus graduation. Those candidates who have post graduation, after your graduation, then they'll be filling 10 plus 2 plus graduation plus post graduation. Those who have integrated degree, like we have the BTech MTech integrated degree, so they will fill 10 plus 2 plus integrated post graduation. So graduate options A, B, C, D, you will going to read from there, and you can fill according to your uh, graduation that you have done. So you have to read very keenly, because all these options will seem similar, but there is a slight difference between them. So please read this particulars, and please this fill this select graduation level carefully. Now, 8 point is the one of the most important point. So what is the scheme of the examination? All the applicants whose applications are submitted by due date will be called for the AFCAT. Okay. So as I've already told you, 3 days we're going to have exam: 28th of August, 29th of August, and 30th of August. It is mandatory for the candidates opting for the technical branches to appear in both AFCAT as well as EKT exam. Earlier, we have seen a lot of cases that student doesn't want to appear for the EKT exam, and what they do is they appear for the first exam and they go away to their home. But right now it is mandatory to fill to give this EKT exam also, no matter whether you are getting pass or fail, but you have to give this exam. Otherwise there are chances that your candidature will going to get failed. Even if you are clearing the first exam, but your candidature will be failed, so you have to appear for the EKT exam. Okay, make sure that you are reaching there on time, and this is the reporting time also given. Like for the first shift it will be 7:30 reporting time, second shift 12:30. So similarly for 29th of August and similarly for 30th of August. Similarly, EKT exam will going to be there at 5:15 to 6. So see, those candidates who are are those who are from the engineering background, they will generally going to have their examination in the second shift. So the advantage that they are getting is that they don't have to wake up early in the morning to go to their center. So they will get enough time in the morning to reach their center. And secondly, they will going to have their EKT exam. They'll be having a break of, like here also it is written, there will be a break of around 15 minutes, and from this examination will going to start at around 5:15 to 6. Okay. Now coming to the syllabus. So syllabus, although we have already discussed on our website also, that I'll going to tell you in the end. So generally the examination will going to be there. First exam is general exam that everyone has to appear, where the syllabus is general awareness, verbal ability, numerical ability, and reasoning. Whereas for the EKT candidates, and there is unspecified syllabus that is given, so you can go through that, and the EKT exam will going to be there for 45 minutes, whereas AFCAT will be there for 2 hours. 300 marks will be there, number of questions 100. That means that one question 3 marks, and negative marking is also there, that is 1/3. For the each wrong answer, one negative mark will be there. Whereas for the EKT also similarly 50 questions will be there, 150 marks, 1/3 negative marking, -1 for all negative, +3 for all correct answer. So this is the syllabus that is given here. You can pause the video, you can go through this, or otherwise you can go through the official notification given on the AFCAT website. Now I'll tell you about the courses that is launched by the SSB test. So recently SSB test has launched the courses for AFCAT. There have been a lot of students before who have cleared the examination with flying colors. Like recently in the last term, last FCAT 1 2020, one of the candidates got 234 marks and one of the candidates got above 200 marks. So we have launched this course. Those students who wish to apply for it can go through the number that is given on your screen. They can contact on that number, and the fee is very minimum. So you can contact those numbers to get all the information regarding the courses, and the whole syllabus will be covered within time, and also you'll be getting the mock test also. If you want to get enrolled in our platform, then you can contact the number that is given on the screen. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.